Most people think that improving their energy means drinking more coffee, sleeping a bit longer, or trying a trendy superfood. But the real secret to vibrant energy, sharper thinking, slower aging, and even better metabolic health lies deep inside every cell of your body. I'm talking about mitochondria, the tiny powerhouses that keep you alive, energized, and functioning at your best. And here's the surprising part: the best time to help your body make new mitochondria isn't in the morning, it's right before you go to sleep. Nighttime is when your cellular repair systems awaken. Your body enters a state where it's no longer spending energy on movement, digestion, or focus. Instead, it switches to repair, renewal, and rebuilding. This is when the machinery inside your cells can devote its full attention to cleaning up damaged mitochondria and creating new ones through a powerful process called mitochondrial biogenesis. This isn't speculation. This is well-documented, peer-reviewed science. Researchers, including those in my lab and colleagues across Harvard and MIT, have discovered that nighttime supplementation can dramatically amplify the internal signals that trigger mitochondrial renewal. When done correctly, you can enhance the body's natural energy producing systems while you sleep without feeling wired, without disrupting rest, and without adding stress to the body. Before we get into the 3 supplements that are scientifically proven to support mitochondrial biogenesis at night, we need to understand the problem. Mitochondrial decline is one of the earliest and most universal signs of aging. By your mid-20s to early 30s, mitochondria begin to slow down. By your 40s, they produce significantly less energy. By your 60s, mitochondrial efficiency can be less than half of what it was in youth. This decline affects everything: how fast you think, how well you recover, your strength, your mood, your metabolism, and even your risk for chronic disease. But the good news is this: mitochondria are not fixed. They are highly adaptable. They respond to stress, nutrients, and signals from your environment. When given the right compounds at the right time, they can multiply, strengthen, and become more efficient. You can actually teach your cells to behave like younger cells again. Nighttime is the perfect window for this transformation. Melatonin rises, cortisol drops, autophagy ramps up, and your body naturally clears damaged cellular components. This is when supplements that activate AMPK, increase NAD+, or stimulate sirtuins can have the most powerful effect. Taking them right before bed supports the internal chemistry that encourages the creation of brand new mitochondria while you sleep. Imagine this: 8 hours of sleep where your cells are actively rebuilding your energy factories, waking up feeling clearer, more focused, more stable, and more energetic, not because you slept longer, but because your cells regenerated during the night. This is what mitochondrial biogenesis feels like when it's working. In today's video, we're going to break down 3 specific supplements backed by scientific research that can stimulate nighttime mitochondrial renewal. These are not exotic or dangerous compounds. They're natural molecules your body already understands. But in the right dose and taken at the right time, they can transform the way your cells produce energy. If there is one molecule that has completely reshaped our understanding of aging, energy production, and cellular resilience, it's NAD. And its precursor, NMN, is one of the most powerful supplements you can take before bed to support mitochondrial biogenesis. To understand why NMN works so well at night, we need to understand what NAD actually does inside your cells. NAD is essential for life. Every cell in your body depends on it to convert food into energy. Without NAD, your mitochondria simply cannot function. But NAD is not only an energy molecule, it's also the communication line between your DNA, your sirtuins, and your mitochondria. These systems constantly talk to each other, repairing damage, optimizing energy flow, and keeping cellular processes running smoothly. The problem is that NAD levels decline dramatically with age. By the time you're 50, your NAD may be half of what it was in your 20s. Low NAD means slow mitochondria, poor repair, and faster aging. Now, here's where NMN becomes extremely important. NMN is one of the fastest, most effective ways to boost NAD levels. When taken in the evening, right before bed, NMN works in harmony with your body's natural repair cycle. During sleep, your cells shift into a mode where they clean up damaged mitochondria and prepare to create new ones. Sirtuins, the longevity genes that help regulate mitochondrial health, are most active during periods of fasting, rest, and low energy demand. This makes nighttime the perfect environment for NMN. When you take NMN before bed, it increases NAD availability right when your sirtuins need it most. Higher NAD activates SART1 and SART3, both of which are directly involved in mitochondrial biogenesis. SART1 helps turn on PGC1, the master switch that tells your cells to grow new mitochondria. SART3 directly enhances mitochondrial efficiency by improving their ability to generate ATP. Together, these pathways work to rejuvenate your cellular engines while you sleep. Another reason MMN works so well at night is that your body is not competing for energy the way it does during the day. You're not digesting meals, dealing with stress, moving around, or engaging in mental tasks. Instead, your cells can focus entirely on upgrading their internal machinery. The increased NAD from MMN fuels this process. It boosts your repair enzymes, supports DNA stability, and strengthens the very structures responsible for energy production. Many people report that nighttime MMN gives them better sleep quality, more vivid dreams, and a feeling of mental clarity in the morning. This makes sense because mitochondrial health is directly connected to your brain's energy system. When your neurons have more efficient mitochondria, they communicate better, reset faster, and perform with higher accuracy. It also supports your circadian rhythm, which depends on NAD levels to stay aligned. Some worry that taking MM at night might make them feel wired. But biologically, MMN does not stimulate the nervous system. It doesn't raise adrenaline or spike cortisol. Instead, it supports the quiet, restorative chemistry of sleep. It energizes the cells internally without creating the jittery effect associated with stimulants. This is why many researchers prefer NMN before bed rather than in the morning. Nighttime MMN is like sending a powerful instruction to your cells: repair, rebuild, renew. It gives your mitochondria the raw materials and biochemical push they need to replicate. And when you wake up, you're not just rested, you're operating from a deeper layer of cellular rejuvenation. Berberine is one of the most fascinating natural compounds in the world of cellular health and aging. For decades, it was known for its benefits on blood sugar and metabolism, but modern research has revealed something far more profound. Berberine is one of the strongest natural activators of AMPK, the cellular master switch that tells your body to repair, recycle, and produce brand new mitochondria. And because AMPK activation naturally increases during rest and fasting, taking berberine before bed creates the perfect environment for nighttime mitochondrial renewal. To understand why berberine works so well, you have to understand what AMPK actually does. AMPK is often called the metabolic guardian. It monitors energy levels inside your cells. When energy is low, such as at night during fasting or before sleep, AMPK flips on. Once activated, AMPK performs two major tasks. It increases energy production and decreases energy waste. And one of the most important ways it boosts energy is by signaling the body to make more mitochondria. The connection between AMPK and mitochondrial biogenesis is well established. When AMPK turns on, it activates PGC1 therin, the very same master regulator that stimulates mitochondria to multiply. But here's where the timing becomes powerful. Your AMPK levels naturally rise at night because your body is not eating, your muscles are resting, and metabolism slows down. When you combine this natural rhythm with berberine, AMPK becomes significantly more active, giving your cells a strong signal to create new mitochondria. This is why berberine before bed is far more effective for mitochondrial health than berberine taken during the day with meals. In the daytime, insulin and digestion blunt AMPK activation. At night, the body is already in a fasting-like state, so berberine reinforces this signal and amplifies mitochondrial renewal. But the benefits of berberine don't stop at AMPK. It also improves mitochondrial efficiency by supporting healthy insulin sensitivity and reducing oxidative stress. Damaged mitochondria produce excess reactive oxygen species. Berberine reduces this stress, allowing new mitochondria to develop in a cleaner, less inflammatory environment. It also supports autophagy, the process of clearing out faulty mitochondria so that healthier ones can take their place. Think of it as cleaning the factory before installing new engines. Another important aspect of berberine is how it influences your liver and metabolic organs during sleep. Nighttime is when the liver resets, balances glucose, and manages fat metabolism. By taking berberine before bed, you support these natural processes and prevent metabolic disruptions that interfere with mitochondrial growth. Better nighttime insulin sensitivity translates to better energy production the next day. Some people notice that berberine before bed leads to deeper sleep and easier morning wakefulness. This makes sense because mitochondrial health is closely tied to circadian rhythms. Healthier mitochondria help regulate clock genes and stabilize your internal timing system. When your cellular clocks are aligned, sleep becomes more restorative and your energy feels more consistent throughout the day. Berberine also mimics some of the positive stress signals of fasting and caloric restriction. These signals tell your cell's energy is low, resources must be optimized, and mitochondria need to become more efficient. This mild stress is incredibly beneficial. It teaches your cells to operate at a higher level, repair faster, and generate stronger mitochondria, all while you sleep. One of the biggest advantages of taking berberine at night is the lack of interference with daytime digestion or meals. Because berberine lowers glucose, taking it during the day can sometimes cause dips in energy after eating. At night, however, this isn't a concern because you're not eating and you're not active. The metabolic quiet of nighttime enhances berberine's cellular effects without disrupting your daily routine. Berberine at night is like sending a message to your body: conserve energy, repair deeply, and prepare for renewal. By activating AMPK, reducing oxidative stress, and improving metabolic balance, berberine creates the perfect biochemical environment for new mitochondria to form. Alpha-Lipoic Acid, or ALA, is one of the most underrated mitochondrial supplements in modern health science. It's not only an antioxidant, it's not only a metabolic regulator. It is one of the rare compounds that works inside the mitochondria themselves, directly improving their function, protecting their structure, and strengthening the very processes that create new mitochondrial networks during sleep. ALA is a naturally occurring cofactor involved in mitochondrial energy metabolism. It plays a crucial role in converting nutrients into ATP, the energy currency of the cell. But what makes ALA uniquely powerful at night is that it enhances both mitochondrial protection and mitochondrial biogenesis simultaneously. It shields your existing mitochondria from damage while encouraging the formation of new ones. To understand why ALA belongs on your bedside table, you need to know what happens to your mitochondria throughout the day. Every moment you're awake, your cells produce energy, and that energy production creates oxidative stress. This stress gradually wears down the mitochondria, making them less efficient and more prone to damage. By nighttime, your cells are ready for repair. This is when autophagy kicks in, removing damaged mitochondrial fragments and preparing the cellular environment for growth and renewal. When you take ALA before bed, you empower your cells to perform that nighttime cleanup far more efficiently. ALA strengthens the enzymes responsible for mitochondrial energy conversion, supports the detoxification of harmful free radicals, and ensures that the mitochondria entering the repair cycle are protected. This makes the creation of new mitochondria cleaner, more efficient, and more reliable. ALA is also one of the few antioxidants that is both fat-soluble and water-soluble. This means it can work in every part of the cell, the membrane, the cytoplasm, and deep within the mitochondrial matrix. Most antioxidants can only work in one place. ALA works everywhere. And because it crosses the blood-brain barrier, it supports mitochondrial health in the brain as well, enhancing nighttime neural recovery and improving energy flow in the morning. Another important role of ALA is its impact on glutathione, your body's master antioxidant. ALA helps regenerate glutathione, ensuring that your antioxidant defenses remain strong throughout the night. This is critical because oxidative stress is one of the main factors that limits mitochondrial growth. Without protection, even new mitochondria become damaged quickly. ALA creates a shield that allows your cells to perform mitochondrial biogenesis without interruption. ALA also improves insulin sensitivity. And while this is often discussed in the context of metabolic health, it has direct implications for mitochondrial performance. When insulin levels are stable and low at night, cells shift more easily into repair mode. ALA enhances this shift naturally. Lower nighttime glucose and insulin levels promote deeper autophagy, which means old, damaged mitochondria get recycled more efficiently. As a result, new mitochondria develop in a cleaner, healthier environment. Some people notice that ALA taken before bed leads to a lighter, clearer sensation in the morning, almost like the system has been flushed of metabolic waste. This is because ALA supports the recycling of essential enzymes and cofactors involved in energy production. When these components are refreshed at night, your mitochondria can start the next day running at a higher capacity. ALA also assists in restoring the structure of mitochondrial membranes. Healthy membranes are essential for ATP production. If the membrane becomes damaged, energy production slows dramatically. By supporting membrane integrity, ALA helps new mitochondria operate at maximum efficiency right from the start. The combination of antioxidant protection, metabolic support, membrane repair, and direct mitochondrial involvement makes ALA a perfect nighttime supplement. It doesn't stimulate the nervous system. It doesn't interfere with sleep. Instead, it clears the way for deep, cellular level restoration. ALA is not about boosting energy in a superficial way. It's about helping your body build a foundation for long-term mitochondrial strength. When combined with NMN Berberine, it completes a trio of compounds that activate sirtuins, amplify AMPK, enhance repair mechanisms, and protect new mitochondrial structures while they form. Now that we've explored NMN, berberine, and alpha-lipoic acid individually, it's time to bring everything together. Because while each supplement has its own unique pathway and benefit, the true power comes from how they work synergistically, especially when taken before bed, right when your body naturally enters its deepest repair mode. This trio is designed not to stimulate, not to energize artificially, but to support the biological processes that make you fundamentally more resilient, more energetic, and more youthful at the cellular level. Let's start with the central idea: nighttime is your body's natural window for regeneration. During sleep, your cells reduce external work and redirect their entire energy budget toward repair. DNA gets fixed, damaged proteins are cleared, broken mitochondria are removed through mitophagy, and new mitochondrial networks begin forming to replace the old ones. This is the perfect biochemical environment for supplements that activate sirtuins, increase NAD, boost AMPK, and reduce oxidative stress. The body is literally primed for mitochondrial biogenesis, and these three supplements amplify that biology in three different but complementary ways. NMN raises NAD levels at a time when sirtuins are most active. Think of NMN as the fuel source that powers the genes responsible for mitochondrial renewal. SART1 and SART3 cannot function without NAD, and nighttime is when the cell calls upon these enzymes the most. By elevating NAD before, you give your genetic repair systems exactly what they need, right when they need it. This supports clean DNA repair, improved energy efficiency, and activation of PGC1, the master regulator of mitochondrial biogenesis. Berberine then steps in to activate AMPK, the metabolic sensor that signals your cells to increase energy production capacity. AMPK activation is highest when energy is low, such as during sleep or fasting. Taking berberine at night enhances this low energy signal, essentially telling your cells you need more mitochondria, build new ones. Berberine's effect on AMPK is a perfect complement to NMN's effect on sirtuins. One provides the energy and genetic activation. The other provides the metabolic instruction. Together, they create the conditions for increased mitochondrial quantity and improved mitochondrial quality. But the third supplement, alpha-lipoic acid, plays a critical protective role. ALA ensures that the mitochondria you're trying to grow are protected from oxidative stress. New mitochondria cannot thrive in a damaged cellular environment. ALA reduces free radicals, regenerates glutathione, and helps keep the mitochondrial membrane stable. This means the new engines you're creating during sleep don't get worn down immediately. ALA essentially shields the process, ensuring that mitochondrial biogenesis happens in a clean, stable, low-stress environment. That's the key to lasting cellular improvement. Together, NMN, berberine, and ALA form a triangle of mitochondrial support, fuel, instruction, and protection. NAMP provides the fuel, AMPK provides the instruction, ALA provides the protection. When these three systems are activated simultaneously, the result is a deep shift in cellular efficiency. Your cells learn to produce energy with less waste, more stability, and higher performance. Over time, this translates into noticeable improvements. People often report waking up more alert, with clearer thinking and a lighter, cleaner feeling in the body. They describe more stable energy throughout the day, better metabolic control, and fewer crashes. This isn't magic, it's the biological result of repairing and multiplying the mitochondria that power your life. This combination also supports long-term resilience. Strong, efficient mitochondria make your cells more resistant to stress, inflammation, metabolic imbalance, and age-related decline. They help regulate circadian rhythm, support brain function, and improve recovery from exercise or daily activity. It's not just about having more energy, it's about upgrading the machinery inside your cells so you can operate at a higher level for years to come. And perhaps most importantly, this nighttime combination works with your biology rather than against it. Instead of trying to force energy production when your body isn't ready, it optimizes the natural cycles of repair, fasting, and regeneration that your body already performs every night. This is why the timing matters so much. Morning supplementation may help, but it can't replicate the synergy that happens when the repair programs of sleep align with the pathways activated by NMN, Berberine, and ALA. By supporting mitochondrial biogenesis at night, you're investing in the deepest layer of health, the cellular layer, and when your cells function better, everything else improves: energy, mood, metabolism, focus, recovery, and long-term longevity. This is the foundation of true vitality. In the end, the goal isn't just to feel more energized. The goal is to build younger,